Hey guys, welcome to FanFic.Pod, the place for all things fanfic. I'm Aya.
I'm Domie, and we are your hosts.
Today we are going to have a treat for you. We are talking everything fanfic. We're going to write our own fanfic. We're going to talk about fanfic that rewired our brain chemistry and our own articles and exclusive interviews.
From fanfic.mag, the website, go to it.
We have a lot coming up today. We have 3 sections of the podcast, but the first one is fanfics that rewired our brain chemistry.
Exactly.
It's a little bit embarrassing that what I'm about to speak about and the context of why I looked up this fanfic.
No, but surely it's not as embarrassing as mine, though. Mine's more embarrassing. Let's be serious.
I actually, the way Domie described her fanfic, I thought it was something written and serious until I watched the video. Like, I seen 10 seconds of it and like, you sat down for that.
We'll get to it when we get to it, man. We'll get to it when we get to it. But you're up first.
Really?
Yeah.
For context, Domie doesn't really know a ton about Harry Potter.
No, I know enough. Like, JK, we're not rolling with her. Like, I know that. But, like,
We're not rolling with her.
Like, that's enough. That's all I know. And obviously I know the cultural context behind it. But
as you should, because literally when you look at the fanfic stats, it's one of the most tagged on AO3.
Yeah.
There is, guess how many tags there are for Harry Potter? They're just Harry Potter.
Surely there's got to be at least like 10.
Duh. There's at least 10. I'm like, how many, if you type up an AO3, how many stories do you reckon come up?
Surely there's got to be thousands at this point. Like, the films came out in, surely thousands.
You can't even give me a number, girl.
We'll go with 10,000 today.
601,716 as of recording. 601,000. And that's just the word Harry Potter. If you look at the Marauders, who, by the way, is something that us as a fandom kind of took and made it a life of its own.
What, you guys
the
ran
Marauders,
with it?
yeah. We had the Marauders map in like book 3, and then we kind of really started building our stories and sort of prequel to Harry Potter. Our own fantasies. That is, guess how many?
10k, that one's 10k. I'm right
That's
about
50,000. So 49,000.
that one. You guys are busy.
We're busy. Not only that, but we have successfully fan casted everyone on there. So
I've seen those.
So you've seen
Wait,
Ben Barnes.
Yes, I have seen that. But like, isn't it a bit too late for Ben Barnes now? Or are we still on that bet? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. All right.
Narnia.
Oh, right.
Narnia.
I'm thinking Shadow and Bone Ben Barnes.
Yeah, but Shadow and Bone, the adaptation wasn't as good, realistically. But Ben Barnes, and we also have...
Spiders.
Guess which one?
Which one are we going? What are you guys? Team Toby?
For Lupin, Remus Lupin, we have Andrew Garfield.
Right.
That is a canon head cast. Like, I don't think, when I read fanfic, I'm never thinking of Gary Oldman for Sirius Black. I'm thinking of Ben Barnes. And so did this fanfic. Okay, we had 2 Spider-Mans involved. So what I'll be talking about today is Crucio by Harrington's Bloom.
Okay.
How many views? How many on Wattpad?
For the fact that you're talking about it, surely it's got to have like at least a million hits.
4 million.
Craze.
And the thing is, this story is about Sirius Black's daughter.
Right.
Now, All the Young Dudes was such a famous fanfic, and it did blow up when we were in lockdown as well. Like, everyone starts talking about it even more. It kind of had a resurgence, but guess how many All the Young Dudes has for views and hits?
You keep making me guess.
AO3 hits. It's like one of the most read Harry Potter fanfics.
Then we're going to go 10 mil.
19,944,000.
Oh, God.
So you cannot ever mock the Harry Potter fandom because over 90, that's nearly 20 million.
Well, I'm not mocking you guys. I just think you're very busy.
And how it's going to get adapted. Apparently there's a 7-figure book deal to get it adapted now.
Congrats, by the way.
But how are you going to do that? No idea. It's about the Marauders. Anyways, that made me really start thinking about Sirius Black. And I thought, I want to be the female version of Sirius Black.
Right. Okay. You've got to explain that.
Therefore, you need like Sirius Black's daughter. Are we getting there?
I'll walk.
So that's why I read Crucio. Okay?
Right. Okay.
And this fic took me for a journey first of all, we have all the classic tropes, okay?
Like me for a journey. What are you on about?
You've got a lot of hurt comfort. You've got a lot of angst, tons of angst. I mean, her father's in prison, Azkaban, and he's been falsely accused of murdering his best friend and basically sending him out to Voldemort. However, he never actually did that. She doesn't know that. So she's like, my dad is a horrible person. And then her grandmother, which takes her in, so like her mother's mother, is a psychotic witch. And like... Oh... actually psychotic. Like she's getting unforgivable curses, so like they're just hitting her with unforgivable curses. Crucio, hence the name Crucio. They don't like
that's what the curse is called.
The 3 unforgivable curses.
Come again. 3 unforgivable curses.
So you have like Avada Kedavra, which is you're dead. That's the one Harry Potter got hit with, but he's the boy who lived.
Oh, he's legend. Oh, okay, got you. Right.
You've got Crucio, which is your whole body's on fire. In movie 4, they literally got a beetle out, and the professor hit Crucio on the beetle to give an example of what it looks like, and that beetle was it a cockroach? It's like a bug.
And the kids, you can't see your face, but the way you just hit that is crazy. Okay. Right, okay.
And then you have another one, and I can't quite remember the third one, but it's the one that I think you're under complete control. Do our producers know what it is? No. So,
do you not remember?
I only listened to the audiobook like last week and I still don't remember.
Oh, okay.
yeah, so the third one is not relevant to this conversation at all. Yeah, so this fanfic actually, the moment you look at the fan cast, obviously you've got Ben Barnes and obviously you have Andrew Garfield, but she also had a werewolf best friend who was played by Tom Holland. So you've got a lot of Spider-Man roots in this.
Right.
It's Imperio.
Imperio! That's the third curse.
Right, okay.
Now, everything about Aurora Black, so that's Sirius Black's daughter, is giving YN. I'm going to be so honest, when I reread it a couple months ago, because I thought, what was I so into during lockdown? What was I really going through? I was going through YN. I dissed YN this whole time, only to read a character which is so YN coded. She is the hottest girl in the school.
But she doesn't know that.
She knows that she's the hottest girl in the school.
Oh, then she can't be that YN.
But she's like, I just don't know why everyone is like obsessed with me.
Get over yourself, girly.
She's just like, every guy is throwing herself at her. Like every guy. Like I forgot how many love situations she had and flings only to get with Harry Potter, which I felt was like, really, your father's godson. Really, really, so YN that the author written her as part of the Triwizard tournament, so she was literally doing all the trials alongside Harry.
Right.
But then the author rewrote that and took it out on the updates, like last year.
Wait, so when you read it, that was in there, but it's not in there anymore?
Not in there anymore. She's now just a side plot. She's just watching it.
Oh, rewriting history.
Didn't like that. Didn't like that because as I remembered it, she was suffering through those trials.
Right. Okay. Gosh. Ooh.
But the bit that kind of turned me off, and I still kept reading it, mind you, like I was so obsessed with the idea of a female Sirius Black because she looked like him, she acted like him. The thing that really, for me, was the parallel universe when she died. Like she died. She died in book 1.
Right.
Like 3/4 of the way through. And then she wakes up in a parallel universe.
Right.
And she's like alone there for a year.
Right.
And then she bumps into a guy there. And I was thinking, huh? And then she had to work her memories and her courage to get back into the real world. So she woke up in a grave. And then it added... it added to her trauma. Oh. When she got back with Harry Potter, she was like, you just don't understand how it was for me, Harry. I woke up all alone. And Harry was pissed because apparently she was live and she just didn't like go to him. She took her time.
Oh, so what exactly about this rewired your brain chemistry then?
What? I couldn't put it down. Like I had 4 all-nighters in lockdown and my mum would come in and she's like, oh, I love it. My daughter's reading. I was like, yeah, I'm just reading some fantasy books. I was on Wattpad with my watermelon ice cream out in the garden. And I couldn't put it down to the point that I found my Harry Potter wand under my bed, and I was like, I just need it there as I read the book to set the scene. And I started playing Harry Potter music.
I'm not that bad. Whoa. Harry Potter music to read a fanfic.
Why?
You had a wand?
I told you I got the Harry Potter wand to set it with me as I was reading it.
Bro. we listen and we don't judge. That is crazy.
Yeah, 14, 15-year-old me was on something. I'm now matured and I wouldn't do that. Now I would read with shame. Or no shame. I just wouldn't admit.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
That's not crazy. Some people like read F1 fanfics and have F1 noise in the background.
This, shut up.
Oh, okay.
One of my top sounds on Spotify right now is Formula One sounds, because I listen to it while I listen to my F1 fanfics.
Oh my gosh.
Which sets the scene.
So really playing Harry Potter music and having a wand sets the scene. But Aurora Black, I think I finished that book within a week, and there's like a lot of chapters. A lot.
Wow.
Domie, back
And
to
a book
it.
too.
What's more normal, listening to F1 sounds or having a wand?
I had a wand because I bought it when I was 11 years old. Can we actually set the record straight?
Pull it out to assist you reading.
A wand's strong, man. A wand is quite.
Just picture her like with the wand like pointing at the words, like reading like little cursor. Just lose track.
A wand's a bit much, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's listen to your fanfic then, if mine is so bad. If mine is so bad.
Right, so my fanfic that rewired my brain chemistry is a little bit different to Aya's. Sorry, got nails and this is not my phone. But yeah, it's a little bit different because we're talking about K-pop. K-pop is one of the largest fan fiction categories online, because the entire system and market is built on that parasocial vibe, which is why it works perfectly for fan fiction. So yeah, Tumblr's AO3 analytics show that K-pop has like 800,000 fanfics on AO3 alone. And do you know any groups?
BTS.
Any other groups?
Cortis.
Oh, that's very new, bro. That's very new. Well
Thank
done.
you,
Well
thank
done. But yeah, and
The one that no one likes, Blackpink.
oh, don't say that. You got to cut that out, bro. Cut that out.
But I like them. That's what's
Their
funny.
fans are crazy. We got to cut that out.
And Cat's Eye, but they're not really K-pop.
They're not really K-pop.
But
Yeah, Cat's
they
Eye.
did kind of come from
Yeah, the
Hype, X,
company.
Geffen. See, I know my things.
Yeah. But like you mentioned, BTS are obviously the biggest K-pop group ever, pretty much. And when they blew up, they were a big part of that new era of K-pop fans, which is why we have so many K-pop fanfics. How many BTS fanfics do you think there are on AO3?
BTS.
Yes,
So like
just
specifically
BTS.
BTS. So if Harry Potter was 600,000.
Think about the fact that when BTS blew up, it was 2016, 17. That's when I
that
became
was
a
like
K-pop fan.
One Direction era.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
we'd all just fallen out of One Direction and we all fell into K-pop. That's what happened.
As a cultural context.
As a cultural concept, as a cultural understanding, many of us fell out of One Direction and Little Mix and fell into K-pop.
400,000.
There's 200k of BTS just
You're
on
nothing
AO3.
like Harry Potter. I'm sorry. Harry Potter still wins. Harry Potter 600,000.
BTS only, there's 200k, and there's a huge difference between BTS and second. Second is Stray Kids, and they have 85k. Third is NCT with 76k, and then we go on to 17 EXO, and then 80s have become really popular in the past couple of years, so they're really jumping up there.
80s! I've seen them.
You have seen them.
I've seen them. I don't know what they look like, but I have heard
seen
of them.
But yeah, they've kind of jumped up, and then TXT and Hyphen. So that's the top boy groups, and then of the top girl groups, it's obviously Twice with the most. They have 11k. Luna have 5,000, and so do Red Velvet.
We have Luna behind us.
We have Luna behind us.
If you're watching this,
If you're watching on YouTube,
we have Luna.
but yeah, the discrepancy between boy group fanfics and girl group fanfics are absolutely huge because, like I said, Twice only have 11k. In Hypen, who are the lowest that I have on my list, who are top 8 in Hypen, they have 20k. So it's very different. And a big thing within boy group plans is shipping. huge thing.
Obviously. In any band, they always get shipped.
Exactly.
No matter what.
Always. The biggest ship currently is obviously a BTS ship. It is Taekook, which is V and Jungkook. They have 40k stories about them, which is crazy.
40?
Yeah. 40,000.
On one ship?
On one ship, on AO3. And that's from
mad.
2025, so we don't have any of the new data for this year. But that is crazy. Just from them, yeah.
Wow.
And the one that's not, the next biggest ones that aren't BTS are Stray Kids is Minsung, which is Han and Lino, and then Mats from ATEEZ, which is Hongjun and Sunra. But like I said, shipping, big thing. And a huge thing is shipping the K-pop idols with yourself.
Oh, duh. YN.
Which leads to Imagines, which leads to what I'm talking about here. So this specific fanfiction that I want to talk about isn't a fanfiction on any of the normal sites like AO3 or Wattpad. It's a fanfiction on YouTube, which you can type in and you can watch.
Mind you, I think both of us had these fanfics during lockdown.
Yes.
We had the time.
The first episode was posted on the 26th of October 2020. Peak depression. I was so sad, bro. Like, you couldn't go to school. We were so sad. There was nothing to do.
I was happy not going to school personally, me. Had more time for fanfic
You
and
don't
just
live in
living in a
Leicester.
fantasy world.
You didn't live in Leicester at that time.
Yeah, I live next to London, to be fair. So.
Yeah, so bear in mind, I'm literally at home. I have nothing to do. I was barely getting sent any work because my school didn't know what was going on with COVID. So I'm
Why are you sad? You had no work.
there was nothing to do. Like, I love structure, you know?
Just a type A girl.
So this fanfic that I'm on about is an NCT Imagine, right? But it's called Ace Citizens World 1 and World 2 because she made a season 1 and a season 2. You can type it on YouTube. If you just type in Ace Citizens, it will come up. I'm just not going to say her name because it's by this girl called Nana Gigi, right? You can find it on YouTube. Like I said, episode 1 was posted 26th of October 2020. And then that was when the World 1 lasted. And it... the whole series lasted until the 21st of January 2021, and she basically posted like 2 episodes a week, and it's like 20-minute episodes. And what it is, it's literally like a fan fiction, so you can read it, but it's like PowerPoints and like videos. So like,
Okay.
it's so bad. But basically it's like, it'll be a scene and then whoever's talking, like their profile picture, it's because it's NCT, the profile picture will come up and it'll say Taeyong's talking. So it's Taeyong and then his lines.
Why this reminds me of one of those stories that you can read on a phone and you build your own characters in your own life.
Literally,
And
that's
then
what it is.
And then the emoji comes
Yeah,
up
that's
telling
what it
you
is.
this character, like, then you have a choice. Do you want to pick the red shoes or the black shoes?
It's not a choice though. It's you're literally watching it unfold. It's an episode, but you have no control.
How long were these episodes?
Like 20 minutes each. So sorry, you gotta get back in there.
20 minutes each.
So basically that's what it was.
To be fair, I can't judge. But you're forced to read at the video's pace. Whereas with my cruise show fan fiction, I was reading quick.
No, but it was fine. You could just put it on and pay attention, and it's like a 20-minute retention. And then the story of what really rewired my brain about this, right, was obviously I'd watched like fan fictions before, and I'd watched Imagines because K-pop, actually you have fan fictions all over YouTube. So I'd watched loads before, but this one, this girl, her creativity was top tier, bro. She built a world.
Didn't you tell me there was Hunger Games involved?
So I'm going to read the description from the first episode, right? Welcome to Neo City. In this city, we go by status. We have the high ranks, which is composed of politicians, businessmen, presidential families, and royals. Middle ranks, people who are able to survive with money and connections, knowingly professionals. Low ranks, the lowest form of social status. They are to be slaves, workers. They are citizens who are in the midst of surviving in the city. Among those social status hides some underground personas, the Black Mafia. These are
Of course, Mafia. We need the mafia.
These are powerful citizens that does not only hold money, but power and people. The illegal works are done behind the eyes and backs of high ranks. These people are discussing in the society hidden in images of a businessman, lawyers, officers, citizens, and even students. This is Neo City.
This is so dystopian.
So basically,
this is dystopia.
Literally. So basically, the setup was that we are YN, and she goes to school, and she is a mafia, basically.
Oh.
But she's supposed to hide that because obviously her family controls so much of like the government, even though they're not allowed to. And obviously it's NCT at the time. It's 2020, so they had 21 members at that point. We'll get into that later. They had 21 members at that point, and she basically used everyone as she saw fit. Some members were more important than others.
How do you even remember each 21 members and their personal life? Oh, you probably have the time to get into it if you're writing fanfic.
She wrote 19 episodes a season, mate. There were two seasons.
We don't even get 19 episodes a season on Netflix anymore.
Literally.
We literally get 8 episodes.
Literally. So yeah, she was a student. Some of the older members of NCT were like her brothers. And like I remember Taeyong being like a really annoying brother to her. I remember that. He was like, you gotta be doing this, you gotta be doing that. And she was like, I don't want to. And then she had a love triangle with Jeno and Haechan, from what I remember. And that was a love triangle in school. And it was a wonderfully interesting love triangle. And it lasts for the whole 2 seasons, the love triangle. And it really enthralls you.
No, I actually completely understand that, because most fanfics you read, there is a love triangle that lasts for more than one book. So I can see why you watch 20 minutes an episode, 19 episodes one season, and then to the next season.
And she used to drop like, because I think obviously she didn't live in the UK, so I used to wake up and there was a new episode, and I was like, oh great.
How frequent are these episodes coming?
I think we had 2 a week, and then she would like sometimes post on her community, sorry guys, I had some sort of thing for school, I can't post this week, and that's when you know it's gonna be peak.
But like, she still had school. Whatever country she was in, there was no COVID lockdown restrictions.
I don't know where she was at, but
they're making her work.
But I think because it was COVID, she really posted then. Her account is now inactive because obviously we've been doing research for this. She hasn't posted in years, so I think she might have left it. But she put some really good stuff out.
My one is active. She rewrote her fan fiction. She updated it in 2021, then again in 2026. Like, she keeps editing stuff. Hence, Aurora Black is no longer in the Triwizard Tournament.
That's crazy though.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason why this one really messes with my brain is because she decided to not be boring. Like, usually K-pop fanfics are all about the like being someone's girlfriend whilst they're still an idol, and like, that's fun, but it's like, guys, let's be a bit creative.
I'm the same way though with fanfics. Like, I don't want you just to be in a relationship. I need a storyline happening to you, especially when they put fanfics and they just follow. Like, if say it's a TV show, they just rewrite each episode and have the character there, just standing in the back doing nothing, or like in love with one of the characters. I don't care. Give me stakes.
Exactly. And I hate when YN gets in a relationship just for the sake of it. We've got no chemistry, guys. We've got no chemistry. You've got to build it up.
And to be fair, my one was the first Harry Potter ship that I actually liked, because usually when you ship someone of Harry Potter, I never liked it unless it was Draco.
Oh,
that was fun.
Got something to tell us?
No, dreary. Anyways, we should go on to our next category.
Okay. But yeah, we do recommend those, even though we both talked about them like we're very not proud of it. They're fun.
So our next segment is the comment section, because we are not just a fanfic podcast, we're also a fanfic magazine, fanfic.mag.
Go to the website.
And the way we're going to convince you to go to the website right now is by discussing our articles, because Domie wrote an article which really is something that I've never delved into with the world of fan fiction, and I think this is a safe space to discuss it.
Yeah.
So I want to know who you interviewed. I want to know what exactly is going on.
Yeah, I wrote an article which you can check out on fanfic.mag, the website, called "The Omegaverse is Weird, and That's Why It Works," or something like that, basically. And yeah, when I pitched this idea to our lovely team at fanfic.mag, go to the website, everyone was like, oh my gosh, yeah. And then some of the girls were like, oh my gosh, what are you on about?
I was one of those girls because I knew about the Omegaverse, but I didn't know about the Omegaverse.
Right, okay.
And I also didn't know there were supernatural roots.
Yes, not the Ariana Grande song. Yes. So
I wouldn't even go to the Ariana Grande song.
I'm sorry. I was listening to her so much today.
I'm wearing my Dean Winchester necklace.
Cute.
That's his little amulet. If you're watching this,
What does that mean?
it's just he got it as a child and he always wore it, and like it's his key. Like throughout, throughout the 15 seasons, he always had it on. It's like a signature thing.
Crazy.
Came out in 2004, the year I was born.
The year we were born, the greatest year to ever exist. Yes. So basically, the Omegaverse. As a clear definition, it's a fictional universe which has an alternative biological and social hierarchy, basically. So you have human characters with secondary sexual traits. So not just being male or female, you have a second gender, basically, which are split into alphas, omegas, and betas. Are you following?
I'm following.
Are you following? Right.
What are you?
Secondary...
No! It's like...
Yo. Slow your roll.
Well, you might have done it for research. Anyways.
No.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to read them and then you let me know which one you be. What the heck is wrong with you? Right? Okay. So, yes, like I said, obviously you have a primary sex and then you have like a secondary gender, which is by your internal biology. So we have alphas or A's, which are top of the hierarchy, very dominant and aggressive. Both male and female alphas can impregnate, which means that if we have an MM-ship, we can have a child biologically.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, right?
Actually, yeah, that just really fastens the plot.
If I do a Omegaverse U quiz, which one are you?
We need to do that for content.
Yeah, do that.
But yeah. Next we have the Omegas, which are, guess what letter?
Oh.
Wow.
I'm so
Oh,
smart.
you're so smart.
Thank you. Rose.
But yeah, they're basically bottom of the hierarchy and they're often submissive, family orientated, and basically pregnant people. Basically. Pregnant people. And then you have betas, which are
pregnant people.
No, pregnant. They're the pregnant ones. Omegas are the pregnant ones.
So,
Alphas get omegas pregnant.
okay, so two alphas can't be together,
They can,
but they can't be
but
pregnant.
they just wouldn't have a child.
So they have to use the Omega's child.
It depends on how someone writes it. It depends on how someone writes the story, mate. Yeah, and then betas are basically just people. They're just humans, no specialized traits, which I think is kind of boring.
Why are we even bothering a beta
Imagine
then?
being a beta in the Omegaverse. Yes.
Can a beta human get pregnant?
Technically, yeah.
Like a beta male?
So a beta human can
I
get
don't
pregnant?
think, no, a beta males can't.
So only beta omegas can get pregnant?
Yeah.
So only male omegas can get pregnant?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Our producer's learning a lot today.
Yeah. So obviously key terms, which you'll find in my article, are heat, which is basically like fertile and intense, like fertile times for omegas, and then ruts, which are for alphas. And then knotting is basically where alphas lock with them omegas during mating.
Stop asking questions.
But can you get alpha?
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I just
not
asked.
MPregs though, because they can't get pregnant.
They can't. They have to make... if it's two alphas together,
They would just be in a relationship.
They can't have a kid.
Can you have MF, alpha female, mpreg?
Yeah. But because, as I learned throughout this entire time of, meeting people and doing interviews, the world truly is your oyster with this trope, because I thought that it was just you know, mpreg and stuff, and very horny women writing stuff. And that's what I thought it was, because obviously it started off from the supernatural fandom.
How did it start from supernatural fandom?
Basically, they were shipping the guy that you're on about,
Dean Winchester,
yeah,
with
and
Castiel.
Yeah, I think that's right. But it was
the
two
angel.
men. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
2 men, and they were shipping them. And basically through writing that, they came up with that. And there's also there's a disproven theory about alpha wolves, which I've forgotten his name, but we will write it when it comes up. Or we'll put it in later. But basically, it's the original theory on alpha wolves that is like, oh, alphas are more dominant or whatever. And it's an incorrect theory.
Whoa.
But basically, they based it off of that. And that's why, you know, a lot of this alpha male talk,
Yeah.
it's from that disproven theory as well.
Oh.
Yes.
So Dean, I'm guessing he was an alpha. Castiel
I don't know, actually.
What's Castiel?
But basically, it started from there, and it was a lot of very pornographic shit. Like, it started up very much.
We need to like give so much credit to the supernatural fandom. I mean, AO3.
Yeah, they pretty much started it off their backs.
Yeah, because of the other website, which they wouldn't let them post any gay ships, pretty much. So they had to start AO3. So the supernatural fandom could write on there, and then it just really took off. So
yeah,
and you've got the Omegaverse because of supernatural. So
exactly. And one thing else that I thought was really interesting was I met a writer called, her name's Shasta, and she writes like all sorts of Omegaverse, and she never writes like one relationship. Like she writes like poly relationships, and like harems and stuff. And she had a female alpha that had just like bare men,
and I love that for her, and I love that for that character.
I just thought that was so interesting. And she's also currently writing like a sapphic one as well, which I thought was very, very interesting. She really believes that sex is a huge part of the Omegaverse, whereas some of the people that I met don't believe that, and obviously not everyone believes that sex is a huge part of the Omegaverse, but it's just very interesting. Like, obviously it started
I always thought the Omegaverse was just men, but that's because my introduction to what the Omegaverse was.
Where did you first hear about it?
F1.
Oh.
F1 Twitter started talking about the Omegaverse.
Dark place.
So I just always presumed I just always presumed it was men with the Omegaverse. So like there's female representation there.
Yeah, I learned so much when writing about this article, because I didn't realise it was also... I obviously knew there was women in it, but I didn't realise we were running harems. I didn't realise we were doing that. Which, fair enough. I don't know why I didn't realise we were doing that. But yeah, there's just so much to it. One thing that all of my interviewers did say, though, is straight Omegaverse, what is the point? Because what are we doing if we've got this wonderful world and it just turns out
because
she's having sex with men anyway?
What if she's a girl alpha, though?
Then I think that's more interesting, do you not think?
Yeah, if there's a female alpha, it's way more interesting than if you just had a straight relationship.
Yeah.
The male's an alpha and then it's a girl, like, okay.
As long as there's mpreg involved.
As long as there's mpreg involved.
But yeah, if you want to learn a little bit more about the Omegaverse, go to fanfic.mag, the website, and read my article.
Now, this section of the podcast is Writer's Corner, because now neither of us are writers, to be honest with you. So this is kind of a...
We say that. We are currently making a magazine. What are you on about? We can write.
We're not fiction writers, because I don't think we can count my Strain of Things fan fiction when we were 13. Like,
that's experience. You can put that on the CV.
Yeah, I mean, it was good 10k views, but looking back at it, it's terrible. So this is a little boot camp for writing.
Right.
So how we're going to do this? We're going to have a spinny wheel of different categories, genre, tropes, fandoms. Can't remember the rest.
Yeah.
We're going to spin them now and see what we get, and we'll come back to you with a little piece that we're going to write a page, and we're going to read it out to each other. Well, how much ever we can write in 10 minutes.
Okay.
However much we can write in 10 minutes, we'll come back to you and we'll read it out to each other. And you can give us a review, what you think, any pointers, any improvements.
Who wrote the better story?
And we're going to try not to laugh when we read it out to each other. That's a challenge. Try not to laugh.
Okay.
Okay, you got it? Let's
Okay.
shall we spin my one first?
Genre.
Okay.
Is first out.
What genre do I have? Hurt comfort. Okay, that's a good one. Which style? Crossover. I like that. I can do two fandoms in one. I'll just pick my own.
Trope.
Hurt comfort, crossover, and adopted by.
This is getting a mess.
If I get Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
Okay, your categories
so
now. So your first one is
comedy.
comedy. Your
Style.
social media AU.
Okay, trope.
Coffee spill moment. How are you going to do a coffee spill moment on social media?
Goodness. And the fandom.
Marvel.
Marvel. Mine is supposed to be a comedy social media AU with a coffee spill moment with a Marvel character of some sort.
Yay.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot. But we'll set a timer now and we'll come back when we're done.
Time's up.
No.
Hands down.
No.
Fingers down.
Okay, that's it. This is not finished.
This is so bad. What the heck?
Wait.
I need to fix the spelling errors.
No, forget about it. Time's up.
I'm so sorry. This is.
Thank you.
There is a crossover. If you know, you know.
I'm going to read it exactly as you've written it.
Sorry, I read it and I saw Wanda.
I'm going to read it exactly. Lyra Hill walked...
No.
Again.
Okay, let's just start. Let's just.
It's not an I, it's a JN.
What do you mean, JN?
Spelling mistakes.
Lyra Hale walked in late again. Okay. I'm sorry I wrote Jin instead of in. Just stop being so fussy.
Sorry.
Take this. This is a Teen Wolf crossover supernatural reference. Hurt comfort adopted by. And I hit every single point in the time I had. Mind you, as I've mentioned earlier in this episode, I have ADHD. This is hard for me.
All right.
Read it out and let's try not to laugh. Let's remember our mission. Let's try not to laugh.
Everyone lock in. Lyra Hill walked in late again. She received news late last night that hunters were in the area. The same hunters which Giles killed.
Don't cry.
The same hunters which killed her parents. Grated, her parents had a little bit of bloodlust for humans, but killing them was too far. I think that word was granted.
Yeah, granted.
Lyra, that will be another detention, said her biology teachers. What a joke, she mumbles as she gets herself seated next to Styles. Are you okay? He whispers. Concern laced over his face. The Winchesters are in town. Who? Styles said with that usual stupid doe eyes. Hunters, the ones that she can't finish.
She can't finish that because obviously the hunters killed her parents. The hunters are Sam and Dean, the supernatural crossover. Hurt comfort is happening right now. Styles.
She can't finish her sentence. Memories of that night flash over and over again. That night was the reason Derek had to take her in.
Adopted by.
She was 9 years old, all alone, gripping onto what was left of her parents. Lyra stormed out the class. She can't breathe. Without her even saying anything, Styles knew what to do. He followed her. Usually, she would hate that attention, but something about him calms her, though she would never admit it. We will work it out, he says, hugging her, bringing Lyra's heart rate down. She sniffs.
We had 30 seconds left.
Realising her tears have completely soaked into his jacket. When does she start to cry?
What do we think? I hit every category.
Yo, well, that's great. Yours is much longer than mine. Mine is social.
Guys, I don't know, there's some creativities. Did you like the fact that, you know, he comforts her, or she ran out the classroom upset, she's crying, her tears have soaked his jacket, but he's hugging her, she hates hugs, but you know, it's her comfort works. I managed to sprinkle in Derek taking her in for adoption. I sprinkled in the Winchester brothers, don't know why they're evil and killed her parents, but they're not that evil, they didn't kill a child.
I thought it was good. Greeted that you had 10 minutes.
No, there's so many mistakes in here that I just had to stop and figure it out. Saying that, mine's also got mistakes.
What did you think, Bella?
It was so good. It was really good. Like, the detail at the start is crazy.
From nothing.
I felt like your Styles characterization was quite impressive.
I have to say.
I felt like he was real. I do feel like this is classic for you. This is just like a Crucio thing. Let's invent a new character and put her in the world.
And everything's going wrong for her.
Of course. Because I was going to say, my life goes wrong quite a lot, so the characters have to really...
So is she just like weeping in the back of her biology class?
Yeah.
No, she
stormed out.
she stormed out.
She got
to
a
cry.
detention and she stormed out.
Oh.
She got detention. Exactly.
Right.
She got detention. She's like, I'd be happy I even walked in today. The hunters that killed my parents are in town, and you're telling me to be calm. You got detention, you're late again. Styles is there, and it's like, what's wrong? She has to speak her thoughts through, and she just can't like bring herself to it. It's really painful to bring up her parents' death. So she walks out the class. He follows her. At this point, she's crying, doesn't even realize it. But he's like, it's okay, we'll work it out. Because obviously, Styles, Scott, Lydia, the gang always sort it out. Alison, even, like, she's a good hunter, so.
Rest in peace.
Never gone but never forgotten. Okay. So you see what I mean? I really thought it through.
Got you.
But I'm proud of myself. I hit every category.
Well done, man.
It's casual, you know, her parents' murderers aren't in prison. It's like, oh, did you hear?
They're just about...
Murderers are in town.
But the thing, no, you guys don't understand Supernatural, because they kill a bunch of monsters and people. They're not actually people, they're monsters. And they never get caught. Let's read your one. Where's the social media?
Excuse me, you when you read it, you can tell.
Wanda put down her phone from swiping up and down her story. Only 2 new viewers, and none of them had liked the story. How rude, she thought. I look so hot throwing buildings around today. Sorry, I'm really laughing. And the one person that she wanted to see her story hadn't seen it. Oh, I hate when that happens. Another minute. Right, another minute passed by, no new view. So she went to bed. Guess she just had to deal with it. Fire emoji. At 3 a.m., that's all it was. Wanda jumped out of bed from the notification. That meant that he'd seen it. You made me spill my coffee. But you can't have coffee. What does this mean? And why is he having coffee at 3 a.m.? So did he messaged her, you made me spill my coffee. Mm-hmm. At 3 a.m. Mm. Why is he...
After the fire emoji. From seeing her story.
So he comments the fire emoji at 3 a.m. And then he writes, you made me spill my coffee after that. That's like a guy you picked up from Hinge and it went awful. Like, Wanda, get off Hinge. He then says, okay, I thought you hated coffee, and also the fact that you personified AI. What coffee is there to spill?
If you don't get it, it's Vision. And Vision's personified AI, so he can't have coffee anyway.
Oh, this is Vision.
Yes.
Okay, this is Vision. Well, you can meet me at a coffee shop to see what coffee I do like. It's 3 a.m. No coffee shops are open. What is he on about? Well, yeah, there was actually 24/7 drive-thrus.
I'm talking about Starbucks, man.
A rock flew through her window, and then a coffee through her window. I guess this is the coffee shop. End scene.
Just a whole ass coffee through the window.
I think I hit all of the points there.
social media, coffee spill moment, and comedy. This is Marvel as well, so yes.
Wonder and Vision.
Social media has been mentioned. Oh, yes. Coffee, yeah, he spilled the coffee. And comedy, we are dying with laughter. I don't know if it's because it's poorly written or because this is funny. We're not so sure.
Me?
Well, I think from this we can take that perhaps.
Let us know whose story you thought was better. Who hit their brief? Who hit their brief better? Personally, I think I've done a great job, but that's up to you. Yeah, that's it for today.
I personally think that for us as non-writers, we really did a good job.
But
But
the thing is, we'll be better for the next episode.
yeah, I just don't think we should go on AO3 or Wattpad anytime soon to write a story. No.
It's just on here. On fanfic.pod.
But I do also think that this is reading like a man flirting with you on Hinge.
Real life experiences, man.
I have coffee. What does this mean? I thought you hated coffee, and also like, well, you can meet me at a coffee shop to see what coffee I do like. Why is this so crazy? You can meet me at the coffee shop.
Got to draw real life experiences, guys.
So, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for listening.
To fanfic.pod.
Make sure you check everything. We're going to write in the description a link to our website. Put a little poll up and just leave us a little comment, your thoughts on this episode, and review our fics. Anything you'd like to discuss. We also have a email that we'll also put in the description.
If you want to join our focus group to send us any sort of fun little hints or
And make sure-
ideas for writing.
Make sure to also check out our socials.
Yes, because we're going to post our lovely little fics up so you guys can read
Yeah,
them.
no. If the video gets to 100 views, you guys will complete the chapter and post it.
If the video gets to 100 views, we will complete the chapter and post it.
Very scared of that.
Please, let's keep the views low. But we'd love to hear from you guys, and we'll definitely be checking our DMs. So let us know your thoughts. We'd love to communicate with you all.
Yeah. And thank you so much. That has been fanfic.pod. Thank you.
Bye.